This video today is about domestic life, domesticity, and how for us women, sometimes it feels like it dumbs down our desire. Takes it away, makes it less, that we disconnect from our desire. And it's about how do we find that delight again and the deliciousness in our everyday life without having to do something more. And so if you think about domesticity, if you think about that word, what does it mean for you? For me, it's just like, home life, things that happen in home life. Cooking, preparing food, thinking about what to cook, cleaning, tidying up, creating order out of chaos, putting things away, closing cupboards, closing drawers, doing the laundry, hanging up the laundry, taking it down, taking care of the house, maintenance, the garden, managing finances and the budget for running a household. And if you've got kids, it's waking them up, putting them to bed, homework, getting them off their phones, helping them focus, having conversations, listening, and then all the other stuff, arguments, disagreements, clashes, confusion, chaos. That's just some of the stuff that comes to me when I think of domestic life. And it's beautiful. I bow down to it. It's sacred and precious. And it can also be relentless in terms of it's just never ending. Like if you think about cleaning, it's just never ending. And sometimes just the doing of it, the intensity of doing, of the giving, of the taking care of the tending to, that to-do list is just never ending. And sometimes it can leave us women feeling just drained, exhausted, tired, dry, like a desert, brittle, frustrated, maybe depressed or angry, irritable. And somehow we can get a sense that we are disconnected from something, that there's maybe like an emptiness inside, something missing, something that I remembered long ago, but that's like sort of way back then that I forgot about. Maybe it's about a longing that comes to us. Maybe when we see something or hear something or watch something or meet someone, and then suddenly, they remind me of something. And it can be quite an uncomfortable feeling. So I'm speaking to you today, if you can relate to that. So my name is Giulia, and I'm an embodiment life coach. And I support people in shifting from living from the head down to living from our wholeness. The head, the heart, the belly, and our holy wholeness. The truth, the totality of our being. Shifting from the mind to all of that. And my story around this topic is many, many years ago, I was a late bloomer and I was very, very much living in a cocoon. And in about 2010, I met this wonderful teacher called Shakti. She was a Tantra teacher, amongst many other things. And in journeying with her, my world really opened up. I reconnected with the deep feminine, with that essence of being, of flowing with life, of resting, of feeling into life, of receiving sensations, feelings, experiences, the moment, creativity, of aliveness, sensuality, juiciness, deliciousness, all those things and so much more. And I journeyed with her for many years, and my life changed radically in meeting Shakti. And then later on, I met my wonderful beloved husband, got married, moved to the countryside, working. Life just got really not busy, but also just, delicious with all these different things, these different facets of living. And just found myself very much in that domestic life and working and doing my coaching, which I love, running my business. And a couple of months back, a while back, one day just this dark cloud came over me. And in my belly, I could just feel like this dark cloud. I didn't know what it was, but it was very real. And as I do, I stayed with it because I recognize that feelings and emotions are really intelligent and they always have information for me. So I stayed with it. I dropped into stillness, deep into my belly, really felt into this feeling of the dark cloud. And as I worked with it, it wasn't just like a once off. It was a period where I would come back in and be with it, because now in my life I had capacity to really welcome feelings, to be with uncomfortable sensations, because I recognized that they bear wonderful gifts. And through that process, I really came in touch again with her, the deep feminine, her fire, her sensuality that somehow had shifted back into the background of my life. She was there, but somehow I'd moved away from her and just got left behind in some way. And I reconnected with her, this dance of aliveness, of sensuality, of fire. And there's so much creativity started to move again through my life. And I'm busy working on something, and this creative flow is just so delicious. And I started just relating in my life, not in doing, because I'm very good at that, but more in resting back and keep asking myself, how am I meeting this moment? How is my body? What's happening in my body in this moment? Like really dropping in and feeling and sensing. And over that time, I came up with these 6 secrets, which really aren't secrets, but I just call them that, the 6 secrets to sensual aliveness in daily living, which I want to share with you today. And it's really made a difference to my life. It's reconnected me with something that I know that is really the depth of who I am. It's not something that is out there. It was just veiled over by just domestic life, as happens to many of us. And the 6 secrets, the first one is just to stop. Or also the sacred pause, as Tara Brach calls it. So just finding moments in your day just to pause, to stop, literally just stop. Like even now, if you're doing something while listening to this, just stop. Do nothing. Just pause. So throughout my day, I would just stop, even if it was for 10 seconds. And then I would sigh. Do it with me now. And again. A sigh is a deep exhale. And when you just put sound to it, can you feel something releases, something lets go? Like I rest back into this moment just by a deep sigh. So then I started to do more of that. And weaving it into my day without trying to do anything else. And then I invited myself to slow down. The 3rd secret. Slowing down. While I was washing the dishes, while I was opening up my computer, getting ready to attend to what was there in my inbox. Slowing down, walking to the washing line while I was hanging up the washing, while I was speaking to my friend or sending a WhatsApp voice message, just slowing down the pace of my speaking, while I was walking to somewhere, just slowing down. And then the fourth is soaking and savoring. Inviting you to soak and savor what you are already doing in your life. You don't have to do anything else. So, soaking in a moment where you are maybe waiting for your kids to pick up your kids, and there's stillness inside your car, just soaking and savoring that moment of quietness before you see your child walking towards you. Savoring the smell of the food that you're just about to dish out to your beloved or your family. Just savoring the aroma, savoring the sound of rain falling while you are sitting outside. Soaking and savoring the moments of the things that you're already doing in your life, and really allowing it to penetrate. And the fifth S is the senses. So it's through the senses that we soak and savor what's happening. Hearing, maybe the shower being turned on while you're in the kitchen, or the voice of your children in the TV room while they are joking with each other. Savoring the smell of clean laundry as you hang it up on the line. The smell of your beloved or your children when you wake them up in the morning. Soaking and savoring the feeling of your clothes on your body. So that's the fifth S. S is the senses, really opening up. And one of the senses is feeling. So opening to the feelings that come in your life, whether it's sadness or irritability. Can I stop a moment and just feel? And the last S is stillness. Stillness and spaciousness is inviting pockets of stillness throughout the day where I can just sense stillness. Like even in this moment, just becoming aware of stillness. So these 6 secrets of bringing sensuality and aliveness into your daily life, it's just stopping, sighing, slowing down, soaking and savoring the moment, coming into your senses, which includes feeling and stillness, spaciousness. In my experience over the time that I've just been playing with this, I've really found myself reconnecting to the sensuality of everyday life, whatever's already happening. And in that, I've experienced like a fullness, a satiation, a sense of really being nourished by what's happening. Reconnecting with the deep feminine, with the aliveness of this moment. So perhaps in this little video, it's touched something inside of you that you'd like to play with. And so find your way of just stopping, sighing, slowing down, soaking and savoring, sensing, feeling, and then stillness and spaciousness. And let us embrace our beautiful domestic life, because it is beautiful and wonderful. And when we're open to the sensuality of everyday life, so much more is possible. So blessings to you, and wishing you deliciousness in your daily life.